Hi there, that's Anna, and that's, I don't know, my Saturday vlog from Badass Agency. Because I just went for a walk and I listened to a really interesting podcast, and I have a lot of thoughts often. And I used to talk to myself in the flat or write down those thoughts in pause or something, and now I'm actually at lack of time. So I'd be talking to you about brand, personal brand, business. It's interesting from branding perspective today. It's interesting how everybody wants to be normal and nobody wants to be average, when in vocabulary we have definition of the word normal, it means average. Like, how do we combine those two sides? We don't want to be average, that's the answer. And I was enlightened. I was like, we have values like this in Badass Agency. We want businesses to stand out of the crowd because that's the only way they would work. People would see them. And we are afraid of that because we filtered ourselves from childhood of being normal, of being average, to fit into the society, to fit into the tribe, because that's naturally less dangerous. And by filtering ourselves, by polishing all of those curvy, imperfect, unique sides of us, we became not interesting at all. And that's how it works. So we should be staying true and authentic to ourselves, not filtered. And that's actually hard. That is based on work, on self-reflection, of observing yourself in different situations, like from a side, and maybe asking a few people who are close to you or who you respect, hopefully, to see what are the unique sides of you. Maybe these are weird sides, you don't know. These are actually uniqueness. So I'm gonna be sharing with you a few things about Badass Agency and about me, which are unique. I haven't listed them properly. This will be all the things just going out from my head. Okay? And why am I talking about me here? I know that's not my personal blog. That's about agency. That's about branding. But it just happens so that business is direct representation of owner's mind. Because business is actually the idea owner or founder had, and then people believed in it. And that idea came from somewhere, came from his mind. And values are also written by founder or people founding it. So they are reflected in his lifestyle, in his approach. And since we have, at the moment, small agency, most of the things are based on my reflection, on my perception of the world, I would say. So that would be interesting to know. Do this exercise to water all of the unique and weird sides about you. All right. First, personally, I am doing too much in all of the spheres. By that, I mean, when we are making content at Badass for social media, we are making 3 months of content ahead. And once I tried, I'm doing too much in terms of numbers, that one day I recorded around 5 videos per YouTube. And those were edited videos, not like this one. So you can imagine that, right? And then we lose, quality to that and all of these problems, but we are analyzing that and improving that, hopefully. So what I was thinking that I'm doing too much in all the spheres. Whenever I'm cleaning the house, I'm cleaning every inch of it. I'm doing too much. Whenever I am making branding case for a client, I would make social media for 30 days, like posts or designs like that. Not the strategy, not like CMM totally, but that's a lot of work. That's around 4 hours of work, which are just complimentary. Just like, take it. I once agreed to make almost whole project for free as a compliment to the client. It didn't happen, but I agreed to that, and client appeared to not appreciate that. Yeah, people do not appreciate that. remember that whenever you are doing something for free, people do not see the value in it. Whenever they are giving you money, they see the value in it. That's what we figure at Badass as well. And we do, by the way, free consultations for businesses on branding and business, mostly on branding and design, to help you come up with a concept, with an idea that would stand behind all of the brand. Maybe do some complementary design concepts or sketches for a logo or something like that. It depends on your situation. So text us in the comments, in DMs on the Instagram, wherever you want. Now, what are a few more weird things about me? I'm doing too much in all the ways. I'm planning too much. I'm planning like a year, 3 months, 1 month, a week. I'm a super organized person. Whenever I'm training until I'm almost dead. Whenever I am partying with friends, which happens rarely, like in half of a year, once in half of a year or so, I am not sitting in the corner with a glass of water because I'm such an organized and correct person. No, I'm not normal, I'm not average person. I'm too much person. I'd be drinking tequila shots and dancing like crazy and laughing super loud and being super funny, or trying at least to be funny. So I'd be super active in all of the spheres. Maybe that's some kind of ADHD, I don't know. Who knows? And maybe that's the reason why I can't just sit and get my breakfast. Why am I talking to you and recording video, which I'm not sure a lot of people would see. That's maybe main weird feature about me. Second weird would be I'm trying to make jokes all the time and nobody seems to get all those jokes. One example of my stupid jokes would be I have a name, and like in Ukraine we have first name, last name, and then I have like third name. That's my father's name, and it sounds in Ukrainian it would mean like romantic, like it comes from the Rome, and it sounds similar to romantic. And whenever I am doing something romantic for, I don't know, for a person, I would say that's romantic from romantic for me. And in Ukrainian that sounds really weird because, well, why am I explaining that to you? You didn't get the joke, obviously. But that's how my life goes. I'm just joking weird stuff and I'm like, why not laughing? Laugh at this. That was funny. Or I may just I might not care and just laugh at it myself. That's it. That's all I came up with. What I have for Badass Agency. What are the weird things we do? We have a weird thing. We want to work with projects, honestly, which are full. And when we are branding partner to the business, we are so fed up with projects where we are getting paid like $100 and we have to make 1 page for the website. And I'm like, that's my pain here. I'm always trying to communicate to businesses that if you want to change your visual at 1 page, it won't help your business. It's not strategic. There is no idea behind it. This 1 page would be different from 40 others, from your social media, from your YouTube, from your, I don't know, GitHub, from your whatever representation on the platforms you have. That would be just inconsistent. And they would be stupid. That would be silly. And we are trying to refuse such projects, obviously, or make them full, or make them completed. But business-wise, not everybody's ready to spend money on visual stuff, on branding. No, everybody gets that. And that's our main point, and that's pain, and that's where we're struggling with that. Is that our weird stuff side? I'm not sure. Second weird stuff about point about badass is our name and is our representation. Whenever I'm texting some informal organization, formal, I mean, law firm or something, and I'm writing sincerely yours, badass agency. It sounds super informal, and we are informal. That's our weirdness, and that's what's unique about us. And I don't want to get rid of that, but sometimes it gets weird whenever I'm talking to really serious people and I'm like, hey, I'm Anna from Badass, and they're like, Anna what? And what, like, what did you say? And that's funny to explain to people that Badass is name for the agency, and that's official name, and that's not me swearing around or being super informal with you. That's representation of who we are, and we are actually like watering this idea, so that's great. But it sometimes feels weird. We shouldn't be feeling this way. We shouldn't be proud about the name. What are a few more weird things? I guess we're doing too much as well. Whenever we have posts, stories. Actually, this video was supposed to be a story, and I started recording that, and I'm like, it has just 1 minute of it. Like, I have 1 minute of time, and I want to speak too much, and I want to tell you too much. It's not simple. And we are making like 20 stories in a row of storytell, and nobody wants to see that somehow. I don't know why. It's so interesting. What else? It's interesting. We are creative. That's not a weird thing about us. That's really great thing for branding agency. But we have structure for creativeness. It's concepts. When we have concepts for branding cases, we make like 3 ideas for them. For example, we had branding for Underdog, which is not yet completed. That's charity case, and we are struggling with time for that. But still, we are doing that. And we had 3 concepts. That was dog pet rescue service in Minnesota, in Minneapolis. And we had 3 concepts for that. Since name's Underdog, first was sports, and hockey is most popular sport in Minnesota. So we had hockey dogs, and dogs were represented on the website as players' cards, and games with dogs were matches, hockey matches, and people fostering dogs were coaches and other stuff. That was concept number 1, and that would be represented pretty easily visually and on social media. That would be interesting for kids as well. That would look like a game. That would be really cute. And you are kind of upgrading your player when you are curing a dog from I don't know various diseases he suffered when he was homeless or whatever. Then the second idea was magical dogs, magical pets. I have forgot the name, but fairy tails, like tail as a dog's tail. That was great. Furry tails, from fur. That's so basic of me, not remembering the names. That's also my peculiarity. And what was the idea behind it? Dogs were magical family members, magical happy creatures that would bring that magic into the families, and that was basically for kids, because kids would we would be showing dogs as characters in a book, and we would have a book, and each chapter would be about a certain character, and that was like a whole long story, a whole shelter. That was interesting. And the third concept was space dogs, where dogs would be saving our planet. They would be on a mission of saving our planet, or people who'd be rescuing them would be on a mission of bringing happiness into their lives. Yes, dogs were supposed to save families, get them closer together, because that's joy when you have a pet in the family, and people were on a mission of saving dogs. That was really interesting. Like, it was superhero story. And these were 3 concepts, and we selected the first one because that was pretty basic, everybody would get it. But I would still use somewhere 2 other concepts. They are great fit both for marketing, for PR, for advertising, for design of the website or app or social media, for whatever. These are great concepts, and that's what we do. We do creative stuff. Here, I told you. That was it, I think. What are your weirdness? And stay badass. Bye, until next vlog.